I want to meet you. I mean, I want to meet the you inside of you. The you inside of you.
We have another client of CWIT. All right. Mr. Daryl Riddell.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Owner
Absolutely.
of Riddell Technologies, located at 9800 Connecticut Drive in Maryville, Indiana. Mr. Riddell, let me first apologize
Okay.
for saying your name wrong.
Well, I'll forgive you, but like I told you earlier, as long as the checks are right, I can forgive a lot, but them checks got to be right, or you can directly deposit it as long as the spelling is right.
Okay. Chase Quick Pay.
Come on, PayPal. Hey,
it all works.
As long as it's clear, you can do what you want.
It's a pleasure to have you in the studio.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here.
We have crossed paths, several times?
Several times.
And you're always a pleasure to be around.
Yes, and you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate
you as
that.
well.
And we're glad to have you in to talk about your business, your company. So let us know a little bit more about Riddell Technologies.
Riddell Technologies, I've been in business officially for the past 3 to 4 years. Prior to that, I did side jobs and side things of that nature. But about 3 or 4 years ago, I decided to really incorporate and get things together and legitimize my expertise. Because, there's a lot of mom and pop, individuals out there that took a couple of computer classes and think they're experts now, or you took a computer class in high school and now, you know something and you can crack the CPU and, get into the tower and things and, just enough to be dangerous. So I decided to really get it. There was a market for a good IT company in the African American community that actually knew what they was talking about and delivered. Okay. Many times we have individuals that, I can do this, I can do that, but at the end of the day, when you have a Fortune 500 company or when you have a $1 million company rather, and their system has to be going, there's servers, different types of servers, you have Exchange servers, there's a whole host of things going on. Well, there's a market for that. And then also I was thinking at the time, about 3 or 4 years ago, the issue I was having was I was a college professor for Ivy Tech Community College. And one of the things that I came across was a lot of students, they got the degree, but they had no experience. So I tried to merge the two. I was like, hey, Riddell, why can't you help out in that area? Create a company, you have clients, now I have interns.
Great.
So now it's kind of interesting because now I'm really I have some full timers now, and it's really taken off to where ever since I've signed with CWIT, I'm telling you, it's going through the CWIT. Like I told you the other day, I'm gonna get you while you cheat. So
they will come.
That right, because I'm telling you. But I'm so glad that I signed. She allowed me to sign with her because I tell you, her presence and her knowledge is definitely be commended. There's a lot of people in our community with great expertise, but you got to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
My area of expertise is in technology, and one thing about technology, it's always growing, it's always changing. And I tell everybody that even with technology, it grows day by day.
Yes.
And as it grows, we all want a part of it. Everybody I know, even poor people, got a cell phone.
Well, my question was going to be around that.
Okay.
With the rapid progression of technology, as soon as you get one thing down packed, there's an update, or there's a different way to do it. How do you find yourself able to stay on top of things, and then how do you help the people you work with stay on top of those trends?
Yeah, well, I do a great deal of research, and not only research, where the market is projected to go. What other countries are doing. Right now, we marvel over 4G speed. Okay. Realistically, in other countries, that's pretty slow. But as things get faster.
What do some other countries have?
They're up 6, 7. I mean, they're up there. So we pay for that bandwidth here, and we think we're getting a deal. But realistically, it could be a lot faster. Like right now, a lot of people want to stream videos.
Right.
Well, that takes a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah.
And I'm dating myself, but back in the early 2000s, when we had dial-up, you couldn't do what you do now. and you actually heard that noise.
Saw the little man running.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, back then, that's when AOL was really.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's people out there still have AOL accounts.
Really?
I'm not. That's not 100% bad, but it's time to
step it up.
Time to step it up. Time to step it up. But I do a great deal of research. I see what my when I take over as IT for a particular client, I actually do a lot of research for that particular client to see what their needs are. And as I see what their needs are, I see where the market's going. I work on making sure that they save money. Because it's one thing to have IT, but how do you make it user friendly, and how do you make money for your client and saving money? Everybody needs it. Everybody must have it. But do you know how to really use what you have? And I always tell my clients, hey, this is what I recommend. And then I recommend it, this is how much it's going to cost. And I usually give about 3 quotes on what they need. But the biggest thing right now I'm seeing is this whole thing around antivirus software, web filtering, things of that nature. I tell anybody, if the government can be hacked, if the government can be hacked. Now, granted, you might think, oh, nobody's worried about you. Trust me. Some low-level person sitting in Indonesia or offshore different places, China and Nigeria, all these different places are interested in your data, because what they do, they compile it. They might have 1 million people, million social security numbers, and then they sell it to someone. And then if your name's on the list, well,
because we hear so much. I speak from within this community, the African American community, because that's where I am.
Absolutely.
I hear so I can't really speak about another demographic.
Absolutely.
But here, I hear so much that I'm not worried about that because I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
What they're going to take,
right.
They can't get me, you know what I'm saying? But to your point, if the United States government can be hacked.
Absolutely.
You can be hacked as well. So why is it important for somebody who has that mindset that I have nothing to hide?
Well, if you have a social security number and an address,
there we go.
You are valuable. First off, now my minister side gonna come out. You valuable anyway. So, but when you look at somebody's social security number, when you look at somebody's address and date of birth, right there, I can open up a number of credit cards in your name and you not even know. And in our community, that happens quite frequently. Years ago, people used to steal identity from the mailbox.
Yeah.
Now we can just hack into your account, hack into your system, and if you do not have the certain measures in place, it's easy. I mean, how many people would leave their house with the door unlocked?
So are you suggesting that having that simple, I won't name a brand, but that security system, that virus protection system you can buy at Best Buy, that may not be enough?
Right. It definitely is not enough. I sell something, I'm a provider for this company called WebRoot.
Okay.
And in WebRoot, I actually can see if there is something that has infiltrated any computer or any device it's on, and then it lets me know, hey, there is a situation that you need to be aware of. It also updates and also lets me know what's out there, my team know what's out there. So it's one thing to have a basic level. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some free antivirus software out there, but you get what you pay for.
Yeah, the keyword free.
Everybody likes free until free doesn't do what you want it to do. So, if you go to my website, RiddellTechnologies.com, or to our Facebook page and contact us, next week we're going to be having a sale going on for not only it's antivirus, but it's malware protection, it's web filtering, because you can go to a website and think it's nice and friendly, but ultimately you go on there and instantly, if you don't know what you're doing, you can get a virus. Or watch this, some viruses are so sophisticated that you don't even know that you've been infiltrated.
Wow.
And they're just laying dormant.
So they're getting information, watching.
Oh,
activity.
yeah. I mean, a good thief always never leaves a footprint. It just wants you to say, okay, keep doing what you're doing.
So what the services you provide are really important, especially in this day and age. We're living in the digital era. We were just talking about off the air LimeWire.
Yeah.
And so now we looked at the progression with that, iPods, and now everything is being streamed digitally.
Everything.
Life, I always joke with my friends that we're turning into like the movie The Terminator. Like,
Absolutely.
everything is going to be run by computers pretty soon. And so what you're offering is vitally important, especially
Yes.
in this day and age.
Yes. Not only is the antivirus, but most people say, okay, if I get a virus, then what do I do? Well, if you get my service, if you get my service package, then if something happens, then it's immediately taken care of.
Okay.
Or I would bring it to your knowledge. Say, hey, there's some X, Y, and Z going on. Usually, I only offer these services to small businesses. But here lately, I've been getting a lot of requests for personal and home devices. So I've decided to branch out a little bit and see, if there is a true market for that. I believe there is, because everybody has an electronic device. Everybody wants it. And if you're on the internet, you can be infiltrated, from cell phones to just about anything. If you're on the internet, and if you do any banking online, you definitely need this. Years ago, I used to teach a class at Ivy Tech, and it was a senior citizen class. And I had a lot of senior citizens say, hey, what does this mean? Or what kind of senior citizens, most of them have a little bit of money, a lot of time, and they're just on the internet getting, one woman even got recipes. Something as simple as recipes, you can get a virus.
Really?
Oh yeah, because who goes and downloads viruses? Older people. Older people are probably one of the number one individuals because they don't know.
Well, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, they don't know.
Most susceptible demographic.
Yeah.
Is it younger teenagers or is it seniors?
Well, teenagers, they know because they're just going to go to the website and whatever happens.
Okay.
But older people, they are really just trying to get information online. And realistically, you just try to get information online and you don't know. And that's when a web filter can come in handy. Some people open emails. If you have an email and you do not know where it's from, do not open that email.
Well, like a couple of weeks ago, the hacker got into the Gmail accounts.
Yes.
That was a major thing. That happened.
Yes.
Hundreds of people at my job got those
Yes.
emails. So that can be a regular occurrence.
Yes. Yahoo got infiltrated. There's a lot of, believe it or not, there's a lot of banks that get infiltrated, but you'll never know, because if you find out that your bank has been infiltrated, you're going to take your money out of the bank.
Right.
So what banks do, they might send you out, say, hey, this is a new card that we're doing something different. But by law, they are to notify you, like Walmart and Target a few years ago. Christmas time is a great time of the year to take people's information.
Yeah.
And there was a thing on Facebook where people would put their credit cards in the gas station. But that's why you need to, pull on it a little bit and make sure it's legitimate. But you really have to protect yourself. You have to look at your credit report. You have to make sure that those purchases are done by you. When you're on your device, make sure that you actually don't just click on a link. That's another thing. Don't just click on a link. Hey, look at this. Because if you just click on a link, it's over.
Question. Now, with the recent updates that Apple released a couple of days ago with their Tim Cook announcing some of the updates, a lot surrounding the Apple Pay and other devices are making it a lot easier to be able to send and receive money just by way of text message.
Yes.
Do you think that opens Pandora's box even more?
Oh, absolutely. If Apple can be infiltrated, if the United States can be infiltrated, and they have some of the best antivirus, they have some of the, but the thing is, whoever did that had to know what they're doing.
They left a gap on purpose?
Yeah, well, I can't get into speculation. We have enough of that in D.C. now. So, but when you look at Apple, when you look at our government and different banking systems, it's quite easy to, if you know what you're doing, to get in. It's really quite easy, but it's important that more customers and more individuals know how to at least get the first level taken care of. Even if you get hacked, at least you have something in place to where if they did get in, it wasn't a low-level person trying to, trying out something out for the first time. But it's really somebody on the up and up on another level. So I would recommend everyone to make sure that they're secure. And that notion, it's not important, or I don't have nothing to hide. Trust me, if you have a social security number, some are so sophisticated that they will use your IP address, commit a crime, and it traces right back to you. And your IP address at your home. So you need it. You definitely need it, because there's so many avenues for my people to be infiltrated, and we still facing that digital divide. I mean, when we look at We're here at the Gary Career Center. When we look at the school systems and things of that nature, laptops all could be infiltrated. You know, I used to tell people, I was like, you know, how come the good hackers don't hack my FICO score? Or how come they don't hack my grades? You know, everybody want to, you know, but anonymously, you know, like, hey, Riddell, this is just for you. But anyway, but there's so many things out there that if you really knew, you would really work on like changing your password every 3 to 6 months, and
Right.
don't use just the word password.
Be a little more creative.
Be creative.
1, 2, 3.
And this notion, well, I might forget it. Well,
Write it down.
even writing it down, I know people, you know, it's not what I have taught and what I recommend, but you know, there's ways that I can, you know, you call me and I can tell you what you can do to make sure that you are, you know, taken care of.
Now, what are some of the ways that people can, for say, an example, a small business owner like myself, run a marketing and branding firm, I use technology simultaneously with what I do. How can I come to you to get kind of?
Well, what I would do with you, or my smaller ones, and great question. One, I would set you up with cloud-based things.
Okay.
Because right now you're too small to get servers and things of that nature, and everything has moved to the cloud or web-based. And then make sure that you're secure when you go to those particular sites. So starting out, what I recommend you do, and one thing I do for all of my clients, I am your IT. My team, we are your IT department. We will research what's best for you. We would recommend what kind of software, what kind of hardware you would need. Okay. So I would first say, this is what I would recommend. Let's go web-based. Like Office 365 is pretty good. I have that for several of my clients, my smaller clients, because you can log in anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's very secure, because if you hack Microsoft, then okay, you infiltrated. But then I have some clients that we have different Exchange servers and things like that. So and there's another thing about my antivirus. We also have firewalls. Firewalls are good because
the importance of those.
Huh?
Explain the importance.
The importance of those, you know, a firewall, it stops certain things from coming in and stops certain things from going out as well.
Gotcha.
A firewall now, it can give you a headache in some instances. When you try to download things, your firewall will pop up. It's doing what it's designed to do.
Okay.
You know, it's doing what it's designed to. It's kind of like at my house, you open up a door, an alarm will go off.
Right.
Well, that's what the alarm system is supposed to do. And it goes all hand in hand. So if you have your firewall, if you have your antivirus and malware, and you have your web filters, you're pretty secure for right now. And then in my case, you get automatic updates. So updates is making sure that the software is, because like I said, as we started at the beginning, everything changes so quickly. So software is always being rolled up.
Gotcha.
So this is always cutting edge, always ready to go. So to answer your question, I would set up some cloud-based emails. I would set up a number of different avenues to where your password is protected. And another thing, I would set up for you to where if it's, I don't want to get too in depth. If you have a lot of websites you go to, I can create it to where it is centralized to just you. Just centralized for just you. So there's a lot of different ways we can set it up. I don't want to give everything away, but there are ways.
Yeah,
there's definitely ways to.
We want to tease the palates.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, question: as an entrepreneur in IT, African American, is this something that's been well received as it relates to? Because everybody needs a store.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a clothing store.
Yes.
Everybody needs shirts. Everybody needs food. But how many people really see the importance of an IT?
They don't see the importance until it's too late.
Gotcha.
And then in our community, they always want a discount or free. But when you go to Best Buy, I don't hear you asking Best Buy.
Talk to the Geek
You
Squad,
know,
you
when you
gotta
talk to the
pay
Geek
full price.
Squad, and I'm half their price
There
and
we
know
go.
just as much.
There we go.
So, and you drive to Maryville.
Be local. Shop local.
Right. I mean, and one thing about my company is we have sponsored basketball teams, volleyball teams, baseball teams.
Tell us
The
about
money
those.
actually goes back into the community. I invest in I have C. Witt on my team.
That's that Black Wall
You
Street
know,
we talk
so
about.
therefore, you know, we talk about black dollars. We talk about keeping on the community, but we're so eager to go to another community and put it in there. And, you know, I want a nice big house too.
Yeah.
You know, I want certain things too, but we're so quick to go outside because we trust them more. And, you know, that's a mindset, because there's nothing Best Buy does that I can't do, or my team can't do.
Awesome. I like that.
You know, and we're half the price.
Post that, tweet that,
Yeah,
hashtag.
there is
Ain't
nothing.
Best Buy
There's
can do
nothing.
that.
I mean,
Retail.
Staples, and there's a number of other companies out there that I see right around our community. But my goal and plan and my ambition is, in the next 5 years, I want to take over Northwest Indiana.
Well, that was going to be my next question. I thank you for being in the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Well, you know, the
Love-
anointing flows.
There
You know,
from
You know,
Aaron's beard in his eye.
come on here, preacher.
So,
You know, give you a
question.
Trinity offering.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3-5 years?
Well, since I have C. Witt on my team, and things have really taken off, I want to begin to not only take over Northwest Indiana, but take IT to another level so that we're not afraid of it.
Awesome.
I want to, another thing that you'll see, there's not a lot of minorities that work for Best Buy.
Yeah.
Not a lot of minorities that work for Staples.
You're right.
But yet we quick to send our dollars out there. I employ minorities.
There you go.
I have minority interns. I mean, I'm a diverse company, don't get me wrong. But
I see what you're saying.
you see where I'm going. Some of my contractors are well known in this community.
Awesome.
You know, so I spin black. I'm in the black communities. Listen, if I just get a fraction of the black community, I can hire a whole lot of people.
There you go.
You know, some people say, "Well, do you have a dollar amount?" I don't have a dollar. I just want to do well. I just want to do well, because at the end of
the reason I clap, man, is because the bottom line is important. But to
Yeah.
have somebody commit to that, I just want to provide quality service.
yes, and let me rephrase this too. I'm not $10 an hour.
Yeah.
I am a professional. I carry a master's degree. I have over 20 years of experience. I have a number of different clients. So I can't say I'm cheap.
Well,
I'm
you know your
affordable.
worth. You know
Oh,
your
I
worth.
know I'm worth.
And then you
Yeah.
let the quality of your work speak for
Absolutely.
itself.
And that money goes back into our community.
Great.
Goes to my church. It goes to the baseball teams.
See
you
Witt.
know, I'm about to, right. See Witt. Right. And anybody out there that has an entrepreneur spirit, just start in your home first. 'Cause that's where I started.
Really?
I started in my home. You know, I got calls, and but ultimately my name grew. Now watch this. Just because you want your name to grow, but you want to be attached to your name, good stuff.
Well, come on now.
You know,
Come on,
because there's a
come on,
lot of
Riddell.
people out there that got a name,
Come on, Riddell.
but that's right.
Come
A
on,
lot of
bro.
blood and sweat on that name,
That's
as my
what I hear
grandfather would say.
But that's the humility of the hustle,
Yeah.
right? Starting in your home.
Yes.
Despising not small
Yeah,
beginnings.
I started in my home. There was a couple projects I did at my church, and just little stuff, and get your name out there. But whatever you do it well. I'll be honest with you. I don't always look for the dollar amount. I just want to make sure what I do is done well.
That's good.
When you call Riddell Technologies, you're not just getting a brand or a person. You're getting a community.
Yeah.
Because I know where I spend my time.
That's good.
I know what I do. I know where I worship on Sunday morning.
Amen.
So there's a lot of things that I do. And shout out to my pastor, Dwight Gardner, out
Yeah.
there, Trinity
Yeah.
Missionary Baptist Church. How y'all doing out
Free
there?
breakfast on Sunday mornings.
Come on, come on,
I see the
come
sign.
on. Sunday morning, 10:30. We're gonna have a rhema word for you.
There you go.
And there's a lot of businesses out there that's really trying. If they're in a community, give them a few dollars. Give them a few. Just try them out, and don't be so quick to put us down.
Yeah.
We gonna make mistakes. But one thing about me, I'm gonna always make sure before I close my eyes at night that you're taken care of, or that you know that I got it covered. And one thing I tell my clients, I take away your headache.
Ooh, I like that.
I take away your headache.
Tweet that. We'll post that hashtag.
I take away your headache. My company takes away your headache, because we all know we need the internet. We all know we need an antivirus. But what are you going to do if something happens? If your house catches on fire, you're not going to. Well, some people probably try to put it out with water, but you're going to call your fire department, because that's their area of expertise. Now, there's a lot of areas that I may not be good in. I'm not. Just like I had a situation at my house. I needed a plumber, and the issue was, so I told the guy on the phone, that's not my area of expertise. Yeah. And it was a minority company. I need you to come out and work your expertise. Yeah. Let me work my expertise. Okay. And the guys that I hire, some of them might be interns. They would do what we call tier 1 things like printers and faxes and stuff like that. And then I got tier 3 guys that actually does server stuff, Active Directory. But that's a little bit more advanced for some people. But ultimately, you're going to be up and running. My job is to make sure you're up and running, make sure that you're saving money, and that you have peace of mind.
Mr. Riddell, Minister Riddell.
Just call me Daryl,
Daryl, I'm sorry.
Because, since I'm Baptist, I got to take up an offering. I'm teasing.
He preached a sermon. It was economic empowerment, entrepreneurial development, man. If people want to reach out to you, if you want to call in, 219-962-9483, 219-942, WGVE. Daryl, if people want to reach you for your services, if they want to contact you, where can they go? How can they reach you? What's the website, the phone number, all that good stuff?
Okay, the phone number is 219-213-9602. It's on the Facebook page as well as my website. My website is Riddell Technologies, RIDDELLTECHNOLOGIES. So make sure that you go to our website. We're on Facebook. If you are associated with CWIT, there's a link on there. And I don't know if there's a link here at on your radio station.
I'll get the link from Chelsea.
But we must begin to really just don't talk about it, be about it. Spend dollars in our community, because I want to sponsor some kids going to camp. And speaking of camp, it's a free plug, Trinity Baptist Church. We're going to be having our summer program kicking off. Awesome. So call the Trinity Baptist Church if you want something for your kids. If you're around 18th in Virginia, a lot of kids running around. They need some structure. So come on, and we'll take you. Next week, we're having Vacation Bible School. Also, I believe it starts from 5 to 7.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I looked at you like you go there. But you're more than welcome. You're a minister, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I can't invite you to the pulpit because it ain't my church, but anyway, just come on. But I guarantee you get a free word. You get a good word. But ultimately, we have to begin to really take care of ourselves. And I got a family that I got to take care of.
That's right.
So don't ask me for a discount, because 9 times out of 10, I know I'm the lowest around because I already checked.
That's right.
But if you go to Best Buy, coming to your house or just looking at your computer, it's going to cost you $100 and some.
Arm and a leg.
I won't be over 100 unless we talk about that. But but I have no problem in giving you the price tag, because when you go shopping, the price is the price. When you go to the mall, when you got them, wasn't red bottoms?
Red bottoms.
When I see you at the mall, you have no problem in spending money in Hobart, and you need what I'm doing. So, and then if you have any questions, about anything, please don't hesitate to give me a call, and my team will definitely help you out best we can.
I want to thank you, Daryl, for coming into the studio today, man. We speak blessings over you and your business.
Thank you.
Continual growth, that God would continue to establish you and expand you and open more doors. Before you leave, I want to give a shout out to your baby girl, though.
She got a birthday coming up. My baby girl, Leah, and my son, William, they're here with me in the studio. They're quiet, spare the wad. But come on here. But they did well. I might be able to give them a scoop of ice cream. So they're happy now. But I don't know. It's almost bedtime, about 2 more hours. But my daughter would be turning 11 next week. So I want to give a shout out to my baby girl, my oldest child. I love my kid. I love my family. I also give a shout out to my lovely wife, Kelly. It's cheap. Never mind. I love them all, and they keep me going. They are the reason I do what I do. Because at the end of the day, Daddy, I don't have no food on the table. They're not asking how and what. They want to know. Hey, Daddy, I need this. Daddy, I need that. They want to go to camp. Daughter wants to do this, but they are, that's what daddies are for. Real men stand up, take care of your family.
I love it, man. Thank you so much for coming in the studio. Anytime, I told Chelsea the offer is extended. Anytime she has somebody, they will be here. And of course, her next client will be here Monday.
Yeah.
We'll be in the studio with Delta, talking finances, getting that money right for the summertime, okay? Daryl, again, go ahead, man.
Also, I just want to give a plug out. Also, I am part owner of Veterans Restaurant in Garrett, Maryville. and that's 7805 Cleveland, Taft. I'm sorry. Come on out. We have on Friday. We have the fish buffet and all kind of fish, catfish. Eating to your heart's content. And then Sunday, we just every Sunday you're gonna go home want to lay down. So hopefully, if you come, get your plate to go if you got afternoon service. So, because you're gonna need it.
Man, when you get a chance, we'll link up. Send me the information about veterans and
Absolutely.
to announce events and announcements you got going on. Hey, I'm DA. You've been in the studio. Thanks so much. We're not going nowhere though. Okay, I did kind of do an outro real quick.
Yeah. He kicking me out, y'all. He kicking me out, but that's all right. I got my keys.
We'll
That's
be
all right.
right back. Daryl Riddell, thank you so much, man. Riddell Technologies. You'll be hearing more from them soon.
Yes.
Of course. Thank you again for coming in the studio.
Thank you for the invitation, my
Happy
brother.
birthday, sweetie. I hope your daddy gets you that ice cream.